Hey, New Life family, I just wanted to take a moment and share with you that's something that's on my mind and my heart, and just kind of an encouragement as we're looking forward to changing to 2 services, November 22nd, 8:30 and 10:30. And I shared the details of why that was in our previous video and email. If you haven't had a chance to look at that, please go back and do that. I won't be redundant with that. But I did want to talk about how change is hard. And I completely understand that most people don't like change. There's even a great book that I read about a decade ago called Who Moved My Cheese? And it's a fantastic little business book of, quite honestly, we don't like change. Even recently, I enjoy shopping at Pick 'n Save here in Plymouth. And that's where I go routinely every week, a couple times a week. And about 2 or 3 weeks ago, they started rearranging the store. It's like everything that I knew where it wasn't there anymore. They moved the bread. It's like right up front, and they're moving some of the beverages, and they're moving all these different things. I'm like, wait a minute, you're throwing me off my groove. You're throwing me off my routine. And guess what? I know that for some of you, with our changes that we're looking at making, it's throwing you off your groove. It's throwing you off your routine. And I understand that. And I know that change may not be easy, but I'm asking you this. Knowing that this is bigger than any one of us, that this is an opportunity in this change to be able to love those who may feel isolated, to be able to disperse the groups so that we don't have as big of groups in those same type of settings, as well as being able to provide some other discipleship opportunities. That's why we want to be able to make the change. And I also understand that this week, Governor Evers came out with his declaration again of staying at home and not going in groups. And I completely understand that. And I completely want to honor and respect him and what he's requested. But I do want to ask you this. There's a passage in Micah 6:8 that says, act justly, love mercy, and walk humbly with our God. And folks, quite honestly, that verse has been on my mind over the last week or so. What are we doing to act justly? What are we doing to love mercy? And how are we walking humbly with our God? And I believe that even in the midst of all this, in the midst of the concerns of the virus spike, in the midst of the fear of what's going on around us, that we do want to act justly. That's why we want to be able to focus on the cleaning. We want to focus on dispersing the groups. But we also want to love mercy. We want to show mercy to those who may feel left out or marginalized. And we're going to do it with the whole intention of walking humbly with our God, because we believe that God is before us. And so I want to encourage you over this next week as we begin to continue to prepare, like asking yourself the question, how am I acting justly? How am I loving mercy? How am I walking humbly with our God? And as you do that, may you begin to see that this change, even though it might be temporary, can live that truth out. If you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call or shoot me an email. I'd be more than willing to discuss more with you. And also, if you'd be willing to serve in any of these areas as we're putting our serving teams together, please let us know. We believe that it takes all hands to make this happen. Thank you. Grace and peace.